Remember waking up with that familiar morning confidence? That natural sign of vitality that used to be as reliable as the sunrise itself? For many of you watching right now, those days might seem like distant memories. You roll out of bed feeling less than the man you once were, worried that something fundamental about your masculinity is slipping away. The doctors offer pills. The commercials suggest expensive treatments. Everyone seems to have their hand out, promising to restore what time has taken from you. But what if I told you they've been hiding something from you? Something so simple, so fundamental to your body's natural function that it sounds almost too good to be true. The answer has been with you since your very first breath. And today, I'm going to reveal how specific breathing exercises can restore what you thought was lost forever. This isn't theory. This isn't wishful thinking. This is science that the pharmaceutical companies don't want becoming common knowledge. Why sell you a solution when your body already has one built in? I've worked with thousands of men just like you. Men who thought their best days were behind them. Men who believed the lie that diminished performance was just part of getting older. Men who nearly gave up before discovering these two revolutionary breathing techniques that changed everything. One of my clients, Robert, 67, a retired construction manager from Ohio, came to me after spending over $4,000 on treatments that delivered nothing but disappointment and a lighter wallet. Within just 19 days of implementing these exercises, he called me, his voice cracking with emotion. For the first time in 7 years, he told me, I woke up feeling like my younger self again. My wife noticed the difference immediately. Your body contains ancient wisdom. It knows how to heal itself, how to restore itself, how to function as nature intended. But modern life has disconnected us from these natural processes. The stress, the processed foods, the environmental toxins, the hours sitting instead of moving. All of these factors disrupt your body's natural rhythm and flow. But your breath, that's the key that unlocks everything. It's the bridge between your conscious mind and your autonomic nervous system. It's the switch that can turn on your body's natural regenerative processes. And most importantly for the men watching today, it's the secret to restoring the blood flow and hormonal balance that supports powerful, consistent morning erections well into your 70s and beyond. Think about it. When was the last time you actually focused on your breathing? Most men take around 20,000 breaths every single day without giving it a second thought. But what if just 5 minutes of intentional breathing each night could dramatically change what happens the next morning? The science is clear. As men age, blood flow becomes restricted. Stress hormones like cortisol remain elevated. Nitric oxide production, crucial for healthy blood vessel dilation, diminishes, and testosterone levels naturally decline. This perfect storm creates the bedroom challenges that damage not just your intimate moments, but your confidence, your relationships, and your fundamental sense of manhood. But here's what mainstream medicine won't tell you. These processes can be significantly reversed through specific breathing patterns that trigger your parasympathetic nervous system and stimulate blood flow to your pelvic region. I remember working with James, a 72-year-old retired airline pilot who had all but given up. I've tried everything, he told me during our first consultation. The pills make me feel sick. The injections are painful and embarrassing. I'm considering surgery, but my wife is terrified of the risks. 3 weeks after beginning these breathing exercises, James canceled his surgical consultation. 6 weeks in, he and his wife took their first romantic vacation in over a decade. Now, let me be clear. I'm not promising miracle cures or overnight transformations. What I'm sharing is a natural approach that works with your body's innate wisdom, gradually restoring proper function without dangerous side effects or expensive interventions. This is about reclaiming what's already yours, not depending on temporary chemical shortcuts. The first breathing technique I'm going to share targets your parasympathetic nervous system, what scientists call the rest and digest mode. This is crucial because erections can only occur when your body is relaxed and stress hormones are low. Most men over 50 spend their days locked in fight or flight mode with elevated cortisol levels that make morning erections physiologically impossible. This exercise is called 4-7-8 breathing. and it's been scientifically shown to reduce cortisol levels and activate your parasympathetic nervous system within minutes. Here's how it works. You'll inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds, making a whooshing sound. The extended exhale is critical. It triggers the vagus nerve, which connects your brain to your reproductive organs and tells your body it's safe to redirect blood flow to non-essential functions, including sexual arousal. Do this for just 5 minutes before bed, and you're essentially reprogramming your nervous system for optimal morning function. It's like flipping a switch that's been stuck in the off position for years. The second technique directly targets nitric oxide production, the molecule responsible for dilating your blood vessels and allowing proper blood flow to your erectile tissue. As men age, nitric oxide levels naturally decline, which is why many men find their erections becoming less firm and reliable after 50. This technique is called alternate nostril breathing, and studies have shown it can increase nitric oxide production by up to 25% when practiced regularly. Here's the process. Place your right thumb over your right nostril and inhale deeply through your left nostril. At the peak of your inhalation, close your left nostril with your ring finger, release your thumb, and exhale through your right nostril. Then, inhale through your right nostril, close it with your thumb, release your ring finger, and exhale through your left nostril. That's one complete cycle. This technique works by creating pressure differentials in your nasal passages, which stimulates the production of nitric oxide in your paranasal sinuses. This nitric oxide then enters your bloodstream and travels throughout your body, including to the blood vessels that supply your erectile tissue. The result? Improved blood flow exactly where you need it most. Frank, 63, a client from Texas, described the effects this way. After decades of disappointment and frustration, I was skeptical that something as simple as breathing could make a difference. But within 3 weeks, not only were my mornings different, but my entire outlook changed. I feel like a man again. My wife has noticed the difference in my confidence, both in and out of the bedroom. Now, some of you might be wondering, if these techniques are so effective, why haven't you heard about them before? Why isn't your doctor prescribing breathing exercises instead of expensive pills? The answer is simple but disturbing. There's no profit in teaching men how to use their own bodies to heal themselves. The erectile dysfunction industry is worth billions of dollars annually. Pharmaceutical companies spend millions on research not to find natural solutions, but to develop patentable compounds they can sell at premium prices. I'm not suggesting some grand conspiracy, but I am pointing out a fundamental truth about our healthcare system. It's designed to treat symptoms with products, not to empower men with knowledge about their own body's natural healing capabilities. Think about this. When was the last time your doctor spent more than 30 seconds discussing your breathing patterns? When was the last time a medical professional explained how your nervous system affects your sexual function? Instead, you got a prescription and perhaps a pamphlet about accepting the changes that come with age. That's not good enough. Not for the men who built this country, not for the men who worked hard their entire lives, who raised families, who served their communities. You deserve better than a pill and a pat on the back. You deserve to understand how your body works and how to restore its natural functions. The combination of these two breathing techniques, practiced for just 10 minutes total before bed, creates a powerful physiological cascade effect. First, the 4-7-8 breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress hormones and creating the relaxed state necessary for sexual response. Then, the alternate nostril breathing increases nitric oxide production, ensuring proper blood flow to your erectile tissue. The result? You wake up with the kind of natural, firm erection that you probably haven't experienced in years. But more importantly, you wake up feeling like yourself again, confident, vital, and fully masculine. Howard, 69, described his experience this way. For years, I avoided intimacy with my wife because I was afraid of disappointment, hers and mine. After a month of these breathing exercises, not only did my morning function return, but my desire came back too. It's like a cloud lifted. I feel like a whole man again. Now, I want to be absolutely clear about something. These breathing exercises aren't just about sexual function. They're about reclaiming your vitality in all areas of life. Men who practice these techniques report improved sleep, reduced anxiety, lower blood pressure, and increased energy levels. Because when you restore proper nervous system function and blood flow, every system in your body benefits. The tragedy is that millions of men are suffering unnecessarily, spending thousands on treatments that address symptoms while ignoring the root causes. They're being told that diminished function is inevitable, just another indignity of aging that they should accept quietly. I reject that narrative completely, and so should you. Your body hasn't forgotten how to function properly. It just needs the right signals, the right environment, and the right techniques to restore what time and stress have disrupted. These breathing exercises provide exactly that. A natural, drug-free approach that works with your body's innate wisdom rather than overriding it with chemicals. Charles, 75, came to me after his doctor suggested an implant, an invasive surgical procedure with significant risks. I was desperate, he told me. My relationship with my wife of 48 years was suffering. I felt like less of a man every day. After 6 weeks of consistent practice with these breathing techniques, Charles called to tell me he had canceled his surgical consultation. "It's not perfect," he said, "but it's getting better every week. For the first time in years, I feel hope instead of despair. That's what this is really about. Hope. Hope that your best days aren't behind you. Hope that your body still remembers how to function as it was designed to. Hope that you can reclaim your confidence, your relationships, and your sense of manhood without dangerous surgeries or expensive medications. The beauty of these techniques is their simplicity. You don't need special equipment. You don't need a prescription. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars. All you need is 10 minutes before bed and the commitment to practice consistently. Because like any natural approach, these breathing exercises aren't a quick fix. They're a sustainable solution that builds in effectiveness over time. Most men notice the first signs of improvement within 2 to 3 weeks. By 6 weeks, the changes are often dramatic. And by 12 weeks, many men report function comparable to what they experienced in their 30s and 40s. But there's something else that happens, something beyond the physical changes. Men who practice these techniques report a profound psychological shift. They stop seeing themselves as old or past their prime. They reclaim their identity as vital, sexual beings. Their confidence returns. Their relationships improve. They stand taller, speak more assertively, and approach life with renewed energy. Because there's a deep connection between how we function physically and how we see ourselves as men. When your body responds as it should, it reinforces your fundamental sense of masculinity. It reminds you that you're still the man you've always been, experienced, wise, and fully capable. I've seen this transformation in hundreds of men who came to me defeated and resigned to a diminished existence, men who believed the lie that they should just accept their condition as an inevitable part of aging, men who had been made to feel that their sexual concerns weren't important or worthy of serious attention. These men discovered what you're learning today, that your body contains ancient wisdom, that proper breathing is the key that unlocks your natural healing capabilities, that you don't have to accept diminished function as your fate. Start tonight. 10 minutes before bed. 5 minutes of 4 to 7-8 breathing to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, followed by 5 minutes of alternate nostril breathing to increase nitric oxide production. Do this consistently, and you'll likely begin noticing changes within weeks. But remember, this isn't just about what happens in the bedroom. This is about reclaiming your vitality in all areas of life. This is about rejecting the narrative that aging means decline. This is about standing tall in your masculinity, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. You've earned this knowledge. You've earned the right to understand how your body works and how to restore its natural functions. You've earned the right to wake up feeling like the man you know yourself to be. Don't accept less than you deserve. Don't surrender to a medical system that offers pills instead of solutions. Don't believe that diminished function is your inevitable fate. Your breath is the key. Use it wisely, Use it consistently and reclaim what you thought was lost forever. Don't miss our next video that's appearing on your screen right now. Click the card and discover how these same breathing techniques can transform your energy levels throughout the day. The morning is just the beginning. Learn how to maintain peak masculine vitality from sunrise to sunset.